brassie is a wonderfully simple and effective pattern which imitates both caddis and midge larvae. An added bonus is that it sinks like a rock, quickly getting down to where trout most often feed. Brassies are commonly tied in sizes as large as 14 all the way down to about a 20. Here I'm going to tie a 16 on a Dai-Riki number 125 emerger hook. I rarely tie brassies without a bead head, and here I'm using a 3/32 black Cyclops bead, which looks good with this hook and is a nice color complement to the Peacock herl. This is a pattern that lends itself well to assembly line tying. I start by mashing the barbs and sliding beads onto several hooks. Secure the beaded hook in your vise with the bead slid all the way up to the eye. For thread on this pattern, I'm going to use UTC 70 Denier in black. Start your thread just behind the bead, and after a few wraps, snip the tag off close. I'm using brassie-sized copper ultra wire for the body, which I pre-cut into about 5-inch lengths and store within a sticky pad for easy access. Insert one end of the wire up underneath the bead and begin securing it to the near side of the hook. Continue taking thread wraps well down into the bend of the curved hook. Give your thread a counterclockwise spin to relax the twist and flatten it out. This will help to produce a smooth underbody, which makes things easier when it comes to wrapping the wire to form the body of the fly. Spin the thread occasionally in order to keep it flat. Leave your thread at about the 3/4 point on the hook. Now begin taking adjacent wraps with the copper wire. The first couple are always the toughest. Continue wrapping the wire up to your thread. I found it easier to simply wrap the wire as opposed to using the rotary function on my vise. I've also found the smoother the underbody, the easier it is to get consistent wraps. When you reach the tying thread, secure the wire to the hook with several firm wraps of tying thread. Using the bobbin nozzle to brace, helicopter the remaining wire, then advance your tying thread to just behind the bead. Now grab a single peacock herl and fold it roughly in half around the nozzle of your bobbin. Run it up the thread and then bring your thread down and take wraps to secure the herl to the hook shank. Finish, leaving your thread just behind the bead. Now place a drop of Zap-A-Gap on an ever so handy sticky pad and then use your bodkin to pick up just the smallest amount. Apply this to the space between the bead and the peacock herl. Begin taking wraps of peacock herl over the Zap-A-Gap, which will help to secure them to the hook. Bring the herl under the hook shank in front of the tying thread and take wraps to secure it. I just used my thumbnail to shear off the unused herl. You can then whip finish to complete the fly. I don't use head cement on these because that underlying Zap-A-Gap really seems to hold things together. Try them with different colored beads and different color wire. I tend to lose a lot of these to the bottom, and so always carry a bunch with me.